In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie.
Every first timer that sees us crosses a bridge during the show. They come in thinking these guys are making fun of my favorite band. Okay. Nobody makes fun of my favorite band. And then by the end of the show, they realize, no, they're more nerdy about my favorite band than I am. And we're just nerdy about Van Halen. So outwardly, people think we're goofing on Van Halen, and we're not. We do a thing in our show where we play Unchained, and I do the solo, but I do the solo from the Oakland '81 video. Okay, that everyone's seen, that Oakland '81 video. It's iconic. And for some reason in that particular performance, because he never really did it again, Eddie played a completely different solo. Yeah. And it's cool. It's not the record version at all. But everyone knows when they watch that live Oakland '81 video that we all saw back on Night Flight back in 1982, he plays this strange solo. So I play that solo in the in our version of it. And then we go to the breakdown of the song, and instead of talking about that suit being you and whatever, Hal looks at me and goes, you played the solo from Oakland '81. These people want to hear the album version. And I go, you want to hear the album version? Okay, man, just give me a break. Come on, give me a break. We go back into the chorus, and then we play the album version solo. Right. So you get two solos in the song, both, and then we actually
Oakland '81 gig that you're talking about.
Were you there?
No. Same venue is where I saw the Jackson 5 that
I know that
brought me to. That is a true callback.
Coincidence?
Yes.
I think not.
Yes.
So which leads me to this question of musical interlude. I love it. We are here with Caleb Rapoport on guitar, Hal Sparks, the front man of the band Nerd Halen. My next question to you guys. This is the In the Trenches podcast, by the way. I'm your host, Ryan Roxie. Hit that subscribe button below, Caleb, somewhere on the screen.
Good job,
and
it
helps us with the algorithm. I appreciate it. There you go. Thank you very much, Vic Chalfant, for putting that subscribe button up. My question to you guys, what is the process of arranging which Van Halen songs you're going to put into the show? Because it does seem like
arguments,
arguments, fist fight.
This is where we're going to break up.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. No.
How does that go back?
It usually ends with me going, really? Okay, fine, dude. But
right now, here's the thing. This is actually one of the interesting things about it, because you would think that Caleb's as the guitar player and the guy who's focused on this kind of playing is the guy who's like learned the whole catalog, and this is what he just loves it all equally, and it's all part of the thing for him. But he definitely has stuff that he resonates with, and he and Jeff our drummer are on the same page about almost every song. They're like that one, that
Halen
one.
brothers.
So but in a very particular box of songs. It's interesting because we all have like what we were first introduced to the band with in the era with it. And Caleb and I are almost exactly the same age, but oddly enough, we're
3 days apart.
Staggered. Yeah, we're staggered in our experience of Van Halen, right? So, because, my dad wasn't a screenwriter. He worked for the state in Kentucky, and I grew up in a one-road town. So, with no stop sign. So, but, Hollywood elites can, whatever. They have their experiences meeting their stars, through a friend of a friend who's starring on a hit sitcom. But anyways,
red pill, blue pill. Here we go.
Yeah, right now. So, we all have different era attachments that, in certain songs that we really, one of the songs I insisted that we play when I came in was I'll Wait, which is my favorite Van Halen song.
From 1984.
Yes. But
is it?
And definitely, yeah.
Yes,
and
it is.
Wasn't,
yes.
Yes.
The third single from 1984. Yes.
That's right. The third single, right. Yeah, that solo is just so tasteful and interesting, and I love the sentiment of the song. I love it lyrically. I like the vocals on it. It's less of the scatty David Lee Roth to more the singing David Lee Roth. Like that, I felt that song when it came out. I love Jump as well, and I certainly love other songs that attracted me to them. but I would fall in love with other songs that they would bring up, like Unchained specifically. Like I had a renewed love for that song because of us playing it and just feeling it in the moment again. Like, oh my God, I had forgot how that hits you right in the spine, you know. And Vic, our bass player, is almost entirely Hagar years because he grew up in Sweden and he got a separate view of the world.
It's Europe. Europe is way more Van Hagar,
right?
Whereas the States, I feel, is a much more Van Halen. And I've been living in Europe now for quite a long time, so I've gotten a new appreciation of the new I call it the new Van Halen, but the Van Hagar era, as well as the new AC/DC era. The Brian Johnson era, whereas I feel in the States it's a bit more Bon Scott era. You have bands like that, you know. I'm into old Aerosmith, where a lot of Europe is into
when
Permanent Vacation.
Humperdinck used to sing for them.
I don't know if
by the way,
the original
Vic plays with Engelbert Humperdinck too.
I know that's what I was the jerk. Yeah, he does. He really does. Our bass player plays with Engelbert Humperdinck. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
But yeah,
I had his 45s as a kid growing up. Engelbert Humperdinck and Tom Jones.
Have his 85s because he's 85.
Yeah. So anyways, like he comes from that, like he's almost completely enamored of that period and that style, and luckily sings like a bird. So he and I can do the harmonies together, the Hagar Anthony stuff together, and trust that each other are there. And that, I think, is unique to us as a band as well, as far as tributes go. Because not a lot of, I honestly don't know of any, I'm sure there are, but I don't know of any, what would be Van Hagar tribute bands or.
There are.
But.
There are here in Europe, here in Sweden.
Yes, right. In the States. Out there. Right. Yeah, in the States, I would say. And that mix, that's what's great about it, because we all are in love with the band from different angles, and we bring a different attention to those eras. Whereas the keyboard years might have been written off by some of the more hardcore guitar followers of the band, but that was the entry point for me. Yeah. And that was what led me to the other stuff. And my ears hear all the other stuff through the lens of those songs. And so does Vic. Vic's, looks backwards through the catalog from the Hagar years. And it's great to have that, we're all four blind men trying to describe an elephant, but we're all coming up with a really creative way of doing it. And it's fun on stage.
I actually put as one of the ads on this last week's to hype up the podcast, I put Romeo's Delight. Have you guys ever done Romeo's Delight in the set list?
It's actually Romeo Delight. There's no S, but not to be nerdy.
Fuck you, such a nerd.
Right.
I got schooled on
Never
that.
let it go. Never let it go. Never.
I have it right here in my fucking notes. It's no S, and I still said it, but I got caught. Sorry.
We do the song, and the best part is
that's Jeff scolding you for saying Romeo's Delight.
The breakdown where Dave says "Feel in my heartbeat." Hal looks at his Apple Watch and says, "I'm checking my heartbeat on my Apple Watch," and he's singing it in time. It's a very funny moment of the show.
That is a very funny moment. I do love that. And
I'm Ryan Roxie, and I've taken all my years of experience of playing guitar, and I want to pass the torch of rock and roll on to you. Check out the System 12 Guitar Method.